Hey guys, what's up and welcome once again to my channel. It's Ali here with another video for you guys. So today I figured I'd just pop in and film because I had been so antsy to film a video for you all. It had also hit me that it's been a very long time since I've done an update on my channel, just on me, what I've been up to, what's been running through my mind. So I figured why not, and that's pretty much what this video is going to be about. So if you want to keep on watching and see what I've been up to, then stay tuned. So pretty much, what can a girl say? Also, when you guys see me like just dart over, it's because I have my notes here, and that's also another thing that I'm going to be talking about in this vid. Pretty much, first things first, life. So as far as life overall, life has been great. I've been learning to just really be thankful for the position that I'm in 24/7, the place that I'm in. As long as I'm happy, I think that's something that matters a lot to me, and it's been really just a very significant factor in my life, is just to make sure that as far as mentally, spiritually, and so on and so forth, I am in a great space, and I can say that I am in that space right now. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that I'm working on in order to get to a better place in my life, but for the most part, a girl is just thankful that she's happy, she breathing, she living, and she's doing what she needs to get done. Also, a part of that also deals with a lot of just like self-healing. Self-care is going to be something really big, not only for myself, but something that I also want to advocate on my channel. And so you'll be seeing a lot of that here and there. And yeah, another thing that's been really big with me has been motivation. So that's something I've wanted to update you guys on, is just like the way that I find motivation is normally majority of the time either self-motivated, or I just love to see, just like peek at what everybody else is doing, just so that I know that I'm in the necessary groove of things. So when I see that a lot of the things that I'm doing is relating back to, you know, what's current and just really relevant, and it's also helping others, then I know that I'm on the right track. But of course, at the same time, there's nothing wrong with steering away from the norm and just doing what's best for yourself and sticking out, like just, you know, thinking outside of the box. As far as motivation, a lot of it has been watching just up and coming YouTubers and seeing what they're up to, what is it that they're doing differently. And a lot of these up and coming YouTubers are super dope. I just constantly see like a whole bunch of new faces constantly pop up on my feed, and I genuinely love watching their videos. I think they're like super dope. Clearly your girls are gonna be women of color, so I absolutely love that. From the 4C to the 3Bs to the whatever you want to name it. But I just know that a lot of these YouTubers are coming in strong and they are doing their thing. One in particular that I really enjoy watching is Keisha Nicole. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, I suggest that you do. She is so like informative, which is something that I can really appreciate. I love YouTubers that have just a really, you know, just a natural and keen sense of what it is that you need to know. So she definitely does that, and she pulls it off extremely well. So I've been enjoying watching her videos a lot. As far as other YouTubers that come to mind, she's really the main one that sticks out right now, just because I've been like binge watching her vids, and I literally just subscribed to her channel last night. I figured it was only right to give her a shout out and just say, girl, keep doing your thing. You are spot on, you are on the right path, and I know that eventually we will be seeing each other soon. So another thing that comes with the whole motivation thing, I've been self-motivating myself into getting into a lot more of collaborations. I've done collaborations in the past, and as of right now, I would say that I am getting back into the groove of wanting to collab with other people. I also am trying to make sure that I'm very much more structured on my channel and just in my everyday life as is. Hence why your girl got notes, because this honestly helps. And I remember one time before that I had done a video where I had notes, and it definitely helped and made the video flow thoroughly. So that's something that's been really big on my mind is just making sure that I'm structured, and I'm also giving you guys 110% bomb content. So you will start seeing subtle changes here and there on my channel, just because I want to make sure that it's up to par and that it's to your viewing pleasure, so it's only right. It's just a little new thing that I've been doing over on my Instagram, which is called Allie's Mental. So usually you'll see me post, it could be a regular pic, or it could be a quote of the day, or it could just be me doing my usual shenanigans, but there will be a hashtag, which is Allie's Mental. Pretty much what this covers is just my thoughts of the days, reoccurring thoughts, and little, you know, mental notes that just pop up in my head. And majority of the time it will happen due to either something that has occurred during my day, or something that's just been on my mind 24/7, and I want to talk about it, but sometimes I won't really open up about it. So I find that writing it out, pretty much like treating my Instagram post as a journal, you could say, I find that that has been not only helpful for myself in order to let you guys get to know me better, but also helpful for others. Like, I know with my last post, I got a few comments where a lot of people were just like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear this, and I was just thinking about this today. So it just went ahead and showed me that we tend to be on the same frequency, but a lot of the times we won't speak up on something just because we're either too afraid, or we're just, you know, weary of what other people may think. So I've been doing that a lot more on my photos over on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram already, then please do, and I will leave my Instagram name down here, that way you guys can check me out. And you can also feel free to let me know what topics you guys want me to cover, and I will gladly do that. And it's also been really fulfilling for me to just, like, I guess, vent in a way on my Instagram, but at the same time know that I'm not only making a point, but just getting something off of my chest and being able to share it with all of you. So yeah. Now, when it comes to YouTube life, as mentioned, I definitely want to bring and upload a whole bunch of new content. That has been the biggest thing on my mind, especially since coming back from Honduras. I feel that I've been very inspired and just in a completely new mind frame, to where I feel that it's only right that I now put my best work out there. Of course, not all at once, but you know, your girl, she is definitely working towards making sure that my content is 110%, as I mentioned before. I'm definitely planning on getting some new lenses so that I can start vlogging more often, especially since you guys enjoyed my vlog so much. And honestly, I do enjoy vlogging. I just have to shake away the nerves, because I'm constantly worried about, like, oh my gosh, people are looking at me, oh my gosh, they see me with this camera, they're probably wondering, like, what is she doing, rather than let me get this work done, let me get this vlog up, and let me just focus on what I'm doing. Another thing that I definitely want to update you guys on is my Let's Get Real series. No, I have not forgotten about it at all. I've just been making sure that whatever topic I decide to speak on, I just cover it fully before I share it with you guys. And of course, the topics that I may choose may at sometimes be structured, just because I want to make sure that, you know, your girl don't sound crazy, and also that they are 100% authentic, and that it's really just my thoughts and what I feel needs to be said. That way I'm not overbearing you guys with too much information, or that I'm not repeating myself like 4 to 5 times, saying the same thing over and over and over again. So that's really the only reason why I haven't uploaded episode 2. But best believe that since starting Allie's Mental on my Instagram, I now have a better view of how it is that I want to go about Let's Get Real. When I first thought of Let's Get Real, it kind of just came to me, but now weighing the two up against each other, I see that they're pretty much the same exact thing. Only difference is that you'll see a snippet of it on my Instagram posts, and you'll be able to see the full length thoughts and just what I want to say here on my main channel in Let's Get Real. So yeah, I've definitely been wanting to know what you guys want to see on my channel, whether it be makeup, lifestyle, hair. Of course, I haven't done a hair tutorial in quite some time. your girl is slacking in that department, but I'll be making sure to upload plenty of hair tutorials soon enough. I know that we're in the back to school season, so that's definitely been an idea that's been tumbling and dancing in my head for these past 2 weeks now. So I'm brainstorming some styles as far as what to do for back to school. And yeah, just feel free to leave me some comments down below and let me know what it is that you guys want to see on my channel, and I'll go ahead and construct a list for myself. That way I don't forget, because if that's one thing, I am very forgetful. I apologize. Trust me, it is not voluntary. It just happens. Next thing is definitely increasing and growing my channel. A girl is super thankful that she is at 81K. And I just want to make sure that I am just growing my brand, learning how to be the best girl boss that I can be, and just ultimately becoming 100% girl boss. At this current moment, I am still working, obviously, because you know your girl needs some money right now, pronto. But eventually the plan is to just work for myself 24/7 straight from home, because I think that that would be extremely fulfilling for myself, and I know that it will happen soon enough. So I'm definitely working towards that and increasing my channel, increasing my brand, and just keep giving you guys advice and keep helping you along the way, and also giving necessary steps that I feel have helped me to anyone else who is up and coming on the tube, or just on Instagram, or on whatever social media platform they work with best. I think would be bomb, so why not? As far as reading goes, because I know that I did my last reading list back in April, and honey, I have fallen off tremendously. Not necessarily because I want to, but mainly because I've just been busy. And I'm the type of person that whenever my attention is drawn to something else, I'll mainly focus on that before I tend to go back to what I was doing back then. So right now I would say I've just been on a really big break from reading. But the last book and current book that I'm still reading is You're a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. And then right after that, I do plan on reading You Are a Badass, which is the first original You Are a Badass book in general. So I plan on reading that one. And as far as like what else I plan to read, I don't know as of yet. But as soon as I have that list, I'll make sure to update you guys on that, or I'll probably do a post over on Instagram. That way it's quicker and easier. So yeah. Oh, as mentioned, self-care is definitely going to be big. And the reason I say that is because for me, I've realized how important it's become in my life and how necessary it is, especially as a female. I think as a woman, self-care is just like so important. It is truly important, because if you are not taking care of yourself and if you are not caring for yourself, it shows. So as of right now, the little necessary steps that I've been taking is definitely going back and just, you know, manicure and pedicure. I got one, like, when did I get it? I want to say a week ago, actually last week. And to be quite honest, I've never been one to like care too much for those things, because growing up I was just a tomboy. I didn't like carrying purses. I didn't care to look all spiffy and dandy. Like my mom and my sister were the ones to really just make sure, like, okay, Alejandra's hair is done. Do you have a bag? Like, I know you don't have much to carry, but you need a bag just in case. Or let me make sure your face is clean, and so on and so forth. Where me, it was just like, why do I have to wash my face? Why do I have to make sure that my hair is done? Like, I was just all over the place growing up. And of course I would always be ruffling with the boys or whatever. So it's quite funny that now your girl is all about this. Oh, let me make sure I'm clean, let me make sure I'm this. But that's just the beauty of it, is seeing yourself literally transform. And like now when I think back to those situations and just those moments of my life, I'm kind of just like, all right, I see you, girl, you're doing good. self-care is definitely number one for me. I actually just went back to dance class, so your girl went back to dance class. And if you guys take class at Broadway Dance Center, then you can definitely catch me there. I usually take Bev Brown's class on Saturdays, her advanced hip-hop and jazz funk class. That's Saturdays at 6. And then this Tuesday I will be heading over to Luam's, but I'm usually taking Luam's class period because she's just bomb.com. She's amazing and I love her choreography. So if you guys take classes at Broadway Dance Center, then you'll more than likely see me there on those days, or whenever any of those two choreographers are teaching, you'll more than likely run into your girl. Let's see, what else can a girl fill you in on? So this has been something that has like been on and off in my life, but pretty much your girl has a blog, and I'm making sure to just, once again, structure is important here. I'm just making sure to rev it up, bump it up, make sure it is what I need it to be, not only for myself but for you guys once you start checking it out. So I'm just in the middle of like putting the final touches on it, and I have posted on this blog before. It's just that once again my mind is constantly in la la land and I'll veer off and start doing something completely different. So now I'm making sure to just stick to a certain schedule, and also just finding more time to fit these things in. That way I don't veer off. I'm also making sure to keep my planner handy so that I just mark the days where I need to get things done and just pencil whatever little thoughts come in. So planner is definitely number one. And of course I love my little notepads, so I have my notes right here for this video, and then I usually carry this one as well that I got over at the Etsy store in Texas. And I didn't even know that they had an Etsy store. Like, I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, they have an Etsy store. And she was like, yeah, we're the first, and we're just one of the first, we're here in Texas, and so on and so forth. So I thought that was really dope, and I went in and I got this little notepad which just says, I'm silently correcting your grammar, and it only cost me like 12 bucks if I'm not mistaken. But these two are definitely my favorite notepads. This one is from Muji. It's just their hardcover little notepad, and it brings the little string along the front. And this is like worn and torn because this is my number one go-to notepad. It's just so, I love the pages on this one, and then I just love how compact and easy it is to use. That's pretty much everything that's been on my mind and that I wanted to fill you guys in on. If you guys are wondering what nail polish I am currently wearing, because I know I'm going to get that question a lot, this is the color Taboo in number 4 by Habit Cosmetics, and it looks like that. And I actually love this color because it's a really nice, like, this is just a beautiful, like, I wouldn't say fire engine red, but just like an orange red, and I love reds like that, especially on deeper skin tones. So absolutely love it. As far as another item that I have been loving, it is definitely my frames from Firmoo Optical. You guys should have seen me wearing these in my collective haul video. So if you didn't catch that video as is, I will leave a link to that down below, and I'll also be leaving the voucher as to where you guys can purchase a pair of specs for yourself. But I absolutely love these. They're just huge, and my lashes don't like rub on the front, which I love. And then I just love this detailing here on the side, and I feel like the bun is just the necessary style for these because they just frame your face perfectly. But yeah, that pretty much wraps this video up. So if you guys definitely liked what you have seen, make sure to hit the thumbs up video, like, comment, share. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, make sure to let me know what else you guys want to see on my channel, and I will catch you guys all in the next one.